Debonair. Okay.
What's good, y'all? Shout out to Notification Gang for hitting the like button. If the video didn't start yet, y'all, there's ones in it. I appreciate you anyway. Real quick, y'all. Let's have a quick moment of silence for the three children that had their lives stolen from them by this demon. Y'all know how there's a lot of stuff I really want to call this so-called woman, right? But y'all know YouTube has been on my ass about a lot of things that I've been saying and stuff like that. So I had to go back and filter many different videos. But anyway, this so-called demon here, I'm gonna just leave it at that because I don't want YouTube to be on me. Let's have a moment of silence for these damn children that had their lives stolen from this damn demon. Let's do that real quick, y'all. Yeah, man. I honestly don't even know where to start. Honestly, y'all, I'm not even gonna cap with y'all. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to begin. I don't know what's going on. With people taking children's, deleting their children like this. You know, I mean, and they're trying to blame mental health and all this, that, and the third. Yes, that plays a factor too. But god damn, bro. God damn. Let's get into this video, y'all.
Breaking first tonight at 5, a judge orders the Duxbury mother remain hospitalized tonight, 2 weeks after prosecutors say she strangled her 3 young children. Thanks for joining us. I'm Vanessa Welch.
And I'm Mark Ockerman. Broke into programming to bring you Lindsay Clancy's arraignment live. The prosecution and defense painting very different pictures of the 32-year-old mother. Today was the first time we've seen Lindsay Clancy, and you can see her laying in a hospital bed with a neck brace and a mask on. She appeared in court just like this through Zoom.
The details are hard to hear. Prosecutors say the children's father found them with exercise bands around their necks. Lindsay Clancy's defense attorney says she's paralyzed and isn't expected to recover meaningful function below her waist. The judge ordered her to stay in the hospital until she's medically released, but set no monetary bail. Boston.
I didn't know that. I didn't read that part in the article. I didn't know she was paralyzed. How did she become paralyzed? That's interesting.
25 News reporter Bob Ward has been closely following this case for us. And Bob, the prosecutor laid out what they say happened the day the children were killed in great detail.
Vanessa, this was a very tough arraignment. As you mentioned, Lindsay Clancy herself was not in the courtroom, but she did participate. We saw her in that hospital bed. We understand she is paralyzed from the waist down. She listened in via Zoom, and she listened to the government lay out this case. And we heard for the first time the details of this case, what authorities say happened the night these children lost their lives. And also we heard for the first time what happened in the hours leading up to this tragedy.
As Lindsay Clancy lay mostly motionless in her hospital bed, a blue mask covering her face, she listened over Zoom as a prosecutor in Plymouth District Court revealed disturbing details about the day that her 3 children were found strangled in the basement of their Duxbury home while Lindsay's husband was out running an errand. Lindsay Clancy is now charged with murdering 2 of her children and assaulting all 3. She is facing charges of first-degree murder. Her attorney alleges Lindsay was in the throes of postpartum depression and was over-medicated. In court, prosecutor Jennifer Sprague said, hours before tragedy struck on January 24th, Lindsay took her 5-year-old daughter to a pediatrician for an appointment and later played with her daughter and oldest son in the snow in the backyard. But at about 4 p.m., prosecutors say, Lindsay searched on Apple Maps how long it would take to drive from her house to the 3V restaurant in Plymouth. An hour later, she texted her husband, who was working in his basement office, that she'd like takeout from that restaurant. She also asked him to pick up some Miralax at a CVS in Kingston. Lindsay phoned in the order. Patrick picked it up at 5:15. At 5:34 p.m., Patrick talked to Lindsay on his cell about what he was supposed to pick up. He said it sounded like she was in the middle of something. By 6 p.m., Patrick was home, and everything changed.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like she planned this. She checked the maps to see how long it would take for him to get to a store and to get back from that store, and then decided to add another stop and told him, "Oh, go to CVS and grab me some Miralax too," which added more time. And you heard what he said. I heard what the news anchor guy was saying, where he said that the husband called her, and it sounded like she was quote unquote in the middle of something, and then he, and made it back close to 6 p.m. This woman strangled her 3 kids with exercise bands. I mean, wow. This is a goddamn demon, y'all. Yeah, man.
When he arrives home,
Me personally, I can't. And first of all, to take somebody's life, period, that's a whole nother level. But to do that to a child, and I'm going to ask the same question I've been asking the other people that did stupid nonsense like this. What is the end goal? What were you hoping to accomplish with this? What are you trying to say? Oh, I have mental problems. I need help. Clearly.
the first thing he noticed was the silence. He did not see or hear the defendant or the children. He went to their bedroom on the 2nd floor and the door was locked. He was able to open it, and when he looked inside, he saw blood on the floor in front of a full-length mirror and the window open. He immediately runs downstairs and into the backyard, where he finds the defendant laying on the ground. She appeared to have cuts on her wrists and neck, but he stated to 911 that those wounds were no longer bleeding.
Patrick Clancy found his wife still conscious.
He called 911. During this time, he asked the defendant, "What did you do?" She responded to him, "I tried to kill myself and jumped out the window."
Oh, that's how she got paralyzed. Okay. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. But I mean, wow.
During the 911 call, Patrick can be heard asking the defendant, "Where are the kids?" He later told police that she replied, "In the basement."
The Clancy children were found strangled in the basement, apparently with an exercise band. Defense attorney Kevin Reddington is arguing that Lindsay Clancy was not in her right mind when this tragedy struck, that she was over-medicated and a victim of postpartum psychosis.
This is not a situation, Your Honor, that was planned by any means. This is a situation that clearly was a product of mental illness.
So Lindsay Clancy is ordered to continue her treatment in the hospital, and if she's well enough to move on, to rehab, she has to notify probation, and then she'll be moved. And she has another court date in May, but it is likely that she'll be indicted by a grand jury, and her case will be moved up to Superior Court by then. Mark?
Tough day for even the most veteran journalists like yourself, Bob, I'm sure. We'll see you again at 6.
There's a special place for people like this that commit these types of heinous acts, bro. Like, it's insane, bro. It's really insane. You know, when I first read the article and I was searching for this video and I found a video and I thought to myself, I was going to have so much to say about this, but I don't. RIP to them kids, man. I want y'all to comment down below and let me know what y'all thought about this video, man. I'm done. That's wild as hell.